My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver. I'm building Driven Auto Care to be a $1 billion auto repair business, and I'm taking you along for the ride with Driven Diary. So if you want to see behind the scenes of taking a business from zero all the way to a 10-figure valuation, please hit subscribe below and let's get to the episode. Monday morning, and I'm off to Kansas. Monday morning, again, and now it's daylight, as you can see. And like I said in the last clip, I'm driving to Kansas, and I'm very happy to say that the GMC Sierra that I'm driving right now is a very pleasant vehicle to drive. Cruise control, speedometer says 75, GPS on CarPlay says 79. I'm getting good mileage. Sounds, it's got this nice 6-liter V8 LS rumble that's not loud, but it's just a nice drone you get in the background to remind you of internal combustion. We've got the sunrise over here, and we are in Central California. I got Hamilton behind me in the Tahoe that I bought last week. We are headed to Kansas to sell these two vehicles to Andy, a dealer friend of mine out there, who likes the older, lower mile, 4-wheel drive, rust-free stuff from California. So that's what we're doing for the next 2 days, driving out to Kansas. So far, I woke up 4 hours ago, been on the road for 3. So far, what I am using the time to do is a lot of music and thinking about appropriately spending my time to move the needle with Driven Auto Care. For all the fun that this is 2 days of driving, and I'm okay to spend 2 hours driving, but 2 days driving. But at the same time, you know, what could I be doing to grow Driven Auto Care? Last month, we had a pretty good month. We actually had a sales record for May. Today's June 1st. But we didn't make any money because we replaced an engine in a loaner car. We replaced 2 engines in vehicles that are now in the dealership inventory. I had 2 of my personal cars go through the shops, and we had these 2 vehicles go through the shop, plus 4 more for dealer inventory go through the shops, I think, that have already sold. The Aston, the Ram, the ML, the Excursion, and the Sequoia. It's a lot of cars, man. A lot of personal cars going through the shop. Also the Avalon motor. So those were all huge repair orders. So Driven Auto Care really didn't do very well last month, even though we had a sales record in terms of managing our workload and getting it all done. Yikes, like just not that much actual customer work. So I got to make sure I'm spending my time really obtaining new customers. Like that has to be one of my biggest jobs right now. So that's what I'm thinking about. This morning I have manager restaffing happening in San Jose. We need a new tech in San Jose. That'll probably happen this week. We have 3 comebacks from last week from 1 tech in San Jose. It's too much. His quality's not there. He's got to go. Interviewing 2 people this week in person. Already talked to both of them on the phone. So it's time to turn shit around here with the shops. We may end up hiring both of these guys. We'll see. Anyways, that's the lay of the land. Monday morning, I guess. That's all for now. First fuel stop here, and unfortunately both trucks are having an interesting problem where fueling is, at least with these California style pumps, you gotta really get it in there like the right way so that it keeps pumping. Let's see if this one even is. I think it is. Yep, doing good. 286 miles on this tank, and I'm very curious to see what kind of mileage we are getting in these trucks. So this one, I think it's looking pretty good. We're getting well over 10 miles per gallon, which is what this truck historically gets. So 19 gallons. It's pretty good. I think I'll be able to update my calculations here for this trip to much better mileage than I was getting before. Is this one still pumping now? Oh yeah. Let's see how he did. Hamilton filled up after me, so he's got 3/4 of a tank, so he probably is done 250 miles on this tank or so. I'm surprised this number is actually going as high as it is, but cheaper gas out here, so that's good. 16 and a half. Okay, let's do the math. Okay, back at a gas pump now. Several miles further along than the last time we talked. We are in Kingman, Arizona. And the reason it took me so long to do the math on mileage is because I didn't actually fill the truck up all the way the first time. Unfortunately, got to like 3/4 of a tank and it stopped. And because I was filming, I was distracted and it didn't finish. So that's awkward. Meanwhile, Hamilton here on his second fill up. This pump is excruciatingly slow, so there we wait. But he's only filled up twice. I had to fill up a third time. $7.50 a gallon for 87 unleaded, just in Needles, California. Fortunately, the people were really nice, but that was expensive. So I only put 4 gallons in. And now we're in Arizona, where it is $4.54 a gallon. So that's how I'm doing. I'm at 12.45 miles a gallon with the cruise control set at 80. We're making great time. We'll be in Gallup, New Mexico by about 5:30 p.m. We had Subway. I'll let you know what Hamilton's gas mileage is when that thing finally finishes, and keep on trucking.
Sunny outside.
So you got some sun chips because it's sunny. It was 99 at one point. Did you see that?
That was a lie.
It was a lie?
It was like 90 on mine.
Oh, you calling the Sierra a liar?
Yeah, that's your speedometer, bro. Yeah, what are you talking about?
That's fair. Okay. This thing isn't done yet, but I want to see what your mileage is. And I can't remember if I reset.
Why is it going so slow?
I can't remember if I reset your trip at the first stop. I didn't? Okay. So you're... Oh, we don't know. I guess I'll have to refer back to the video for the gallons. I'm just being a nerd right now. It's all in the name of profit. Tuesday morning from Gallup, New Mexico. Good night of sleep. It is now 2 a.m. We're off to Hutchinson, Kansas in the Chevy Mobiles. So 11 hours, 12 hours of driving left. 13 hours yesterday. Oh, there he is. He wasn't even that far behind. He said he would be physically present, but not mentally present. So we'll have to test that here. First day of profit-making fuel consumption was good. We're already full tanks, ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
You ready? You got your terrible stale coffee?
No,
I actually don't even think I can drink this.
I left after we checked in. I went and bought a yerba mate.
Oh, nice. That's better than me. That's smart. Oh. Fisherman. All right, let's go.
Out.
We made it. Okay, this is going to be a long video because it is now Wednesday afternoon and I'm not in Kansas anymore. Dropped off the trucks with Andy, got to hang out with Andy for a little bit, and then headed to the airport and flew home from Wichita back to San Francisco last night. Lovely drive home in the M3 at 10 o'clock at night. It's always nice, less traffic. I want to update you guys on dealership progress, and then we got a ton of Driven Auto Care stuff to talk about. So first, dealership stuff. These cars driving to Kansas ended up actually costing less than I thought it would. So on the truck, I spent $567.06 on gas, and I got there with 34 miles of range left on the tank, and we limited the time or the dollars spent filling up in California to the extent possible, because as soon as you cross the border in Arizona, the price goes down. As soon as you cross the border into New Mexico, the price goes down. So the best one, I think, was we spent $3.50 a gallon in New Mexico, which was fantastic. It's a beautiful drive out to Kansas there, and I honestly don't even feel that, negatively impacted by the trip. No sore back or eyes or neck like I do sometimes get from road trips. I'm doing pretty solid today. The truck got 12.81 miles per gallon, which is better than the 10 that it had been getting, because I was expecting this to be $800 worth of gas. So $570 worth of gas was solid. Probably could have done better, but Hamilton and I did do some racing. So we used some extra gas there. So because of, unfortunately, the fact that I had to register that truck in my name, I lost the $750 in profit to the DMV in order to get the title. But I learned that when you have a lien sale, you do have to register it in your own name in order to get the title. So that's what happened there. Made $1,500 wholesaling it to Andy, and then he has a little bit of work to do on it, and then he'll probably be able to sell it for like 15 grand out there, which is awesome. Then I sold the 2007 Tahoe LTZ to him, and I wanted an Escalade for a little bit. You would have heard in the last week's video, but then I decided no Escalade. Hamilton spent $423.99 on gas for the Tahoe. Did better in terms of mileage. Could probably figure out, if I asked AI to do the math, how much it would have cost, how much what his MPG was, but obviously better. We put a bit of money into that one before we set off, also about $400 in brakes and rear air suspension issues and all that. So clean truck, he just needs to detail it, put it up for sale. That one's good to go. And that one we made $2 grand on. So overall, we made $3,500 driving out to Kansas for 2 days. Spent only points on actual travel, so flights and hotels was free. Good use of points, frankly, and just a nice, relaxing, fun drive out to Kansas. Most of the time on Tuesday was spent in the dark. We left the hotel in New Mexico at 2 a.m, as you saw, and the sun didn't come up until like 6, and we were already halfway to Kansas by that time, so that was funny. That's the dealership. Now on to Driven Auto Care. I got back here late last night. I had very little interaction with people from Driven Auto Care in the last 2 days, and it gave me this question of, how much work do I really need to be spending on this business? But I got back here and everybody started paying attention to me again. So we have to warranty an engine replacement on an F-150 with 58,000 miles in Castro Valley. And it presented an opportunity to do some counseling with one of the technicians we have there. So I created an AI tool in Claude to help script counseling conversations. And I think that is actually going to be one of our most valuable tools that we have, and I need to use it as well, but it helps us to take problems that we see and turn it into constructive conversations. And so I'm very happy to have come up with that tool. I probably should have done that a very long time ago, but is what it is. That's one thing that's happening. Then the other guy we hired for Castro Valley, he is going to start next Monday, which is fantastic. We had somebody trial in the San Jose shop on Monday because one of the techs there is not at all working out. His quality is not up to our standard. So we had this other guy trial on Monday, and then I finally got back and have been able to focus enough to make that guy a job offer. So we made him an offer, he accepted it. We let go of the other tech today because they're not busy enough to need 2 techs for the week. So we're gonna have 1 tech this week and then start up with 2 again next week. And that shop will have, it's in Japantown, and we have almost an entirely Vietnamese staff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that that matters at all. I just think it's funny. We don't have any other Asian employees. The one shop we have in the Asian community, we have only Asian employees. Anyways, we are trying out Yelp response automation. That's going to be cool. I finally got our 401k sorted out. We've had a problem where we haven't had 401k withdrawals happening for the last 2 months since the company who we use got acquired and transitioned to a new company. I've had multiple employees complaining to me about it, and we finally hopefully got that sorted out today. We will know next week if the sorting out actually happened, as a ton of extra money will vanish from the bank account because of that, sadly. That's about all we got going on right now. Plenty going on. I'm supposed to go look at a 750 IL with 80,000 miles on it that's for sale up in Sausalito today, but we don't really have the cash to outlay for something that nice. And I got stuff to sell here, so I think I really need to focus more on what I'm selling here and not go by that. So I'm going to call that guy and cancel that appointment. That's what's going on today. That's all for now. Friday morning. Excuse the microphone. I just finished filming the Bring a Trailer video for this thing, and I'm by myself today. And it's Friday. I didn't film yesterday. I have been extremely busy since I got back from Kansas because my wife went out of town, so I am also on kid supervision fatherhood duties. So my work days are really rushed, really short, trying to squeeze everything into the day that I can. And so now it's Friday, and this thing, it's time to get it sold. So I'm way over budget on my reconditioning for this, and so I decided to DIY the photography, and we're gonna see how that goes. I've got 150 pictures, and I've got underside, I've got details, I've got nice glamour shots. I may have a photographer do like a couple nice shots just for the headlines of the Bring a Trailer ad. We'll see here. So yeah, I've been working on that for the last hour or so. Yeah, I'm proud of this thing. We put a ton of work into it. I've got a much nicer one to sell after this that I'm excited to see how that one does. Yeah, we didn't do very well, Driven Auto Care, this week. We're slow, so I got to film some ads as well, get those running, and I have to just keep doing the right stuff. You know, I'm into month 2 of no additional consulting work, and I guess I'm starting to feel it a bit of like, oh, okay, my own personal income has to come from Driven Auto Care, and it's clearly not right now. We had 3 shops lose money last month: Castro Valley, Campbell, and Fremont. Campbell had a record April. And then May had a very slow month. So it went from 95,000 in sales to 58,000 in sales. Fremont's been consistently bad since Fernando took over. Castro Valley's getting better, good gross profit for one tech, but not enough sales to overcome the costs. So new tech starts on Monday there. Had an eventful thing happen yesterday. We let go of the tech in San Jose. I think I mentioned that on Wednesday. And so he came yesterday to pick up his toolbox, and he tried to get in a fight with the manager. And this is the brother of a guy who also tried to fight the manager when we fired him a few months ago. So don't hire them. That's all I gotta say there. Yeah, Hamilton's still in Kansas, so just DIYing a lot of content right now. That's my day today. So make it back on here later. We have the Campbell Car Show tomorrow, so I'll show you what that looks like tomorrow. Let's get these photos up to Bring a Trailer. Saturday morning, and I'm trying to work out right now. I haven't actually worked out since Sunday, and it's now Saturday, basically a week. And between travel and then childcare, I just haven't been able to make time to be in this gym. So making the time, but for 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of this workout, I was doing chores and errands that also need to be done before I have to be at the Campbell Car Show at 6 a.m. So woke up at 2, been here, worked for half an hour this morning, got shit done, but we're in an interesting place here. I'll be, you know, we're gonna start posting these videos, I think, a week out from when they actually happen. So I'll have a resolution by the time you see this. But we got to a point where, with car acquisitions, another poor month of performance, and month-end cash flow needs that right now, this Saturday morning, we have a $110,000 balance on our main credit card that we pay off every single month because we need to spend $100,000+ on a credit card every single month. It has a $97,000 limit, and the bank account has $1,300 in it. So that's where we're at today. So I have this $60,000 line of credit that was unused, drew down on that. So we'll have those funds on Monday, be able to make payroll, be able to pay off that credit card, at least down to 97. Basically, my strategy is keep it maxed out, pay only what's necessary, because typically there's enough revenue coming in where on a day-to-day basis I can make that happen pretty easily. However, that's not the case right now. In other news, been fighting with a very desperate sounding customer who she came in with a coolant leak, told us all the stuff she's already replaced, and we found such a big coolant leak we couldn't tell where it was coming from, so we bled the system to make sure it was full and then did a pressure test on it. $210, she approved it. Then I guess we quoted her like $900 to fix a couple of hoses. She balked, took her car, towed it out. We got this vitriolic email accusing us of being complete scam artists and robbers, and I can't believe you would do this to a senior citizen woman, and just like all the rest of it. So I basically responded, and I had 5 points, and my points were like, you approved it. Here's all the notes that we had justifying why we did it. Here's what we found. Yes, that's what it costs. And if you took it to another mechanic who then tightened the hoses and it fixed it, well, we have pictures and videos of those hoses and those hose clamps being heavily corroded and swollen. So tightening the hoses, rubber hoses, I don't know how you tighten them, but anyways, if that's what fixed it, and it isn't the same hoses that we told you to fix, then I'll give you your money back. And she responded, 2 more emails. I can't believe you. Oh my God. I'm blustering. And I said, look, I fucking told you what you needed to do to get your money back. I didn't say this, but this is what I'm thinking is I fucking told you, lady, if you bring us your paperwork showing that other hoses needed to be tightened down and that fixed your fucking problem, then I'll fucking refund you. Otherwise, you're being a desperate little peasant. That's how I fucking feel about that. So I don't even care. It's not about $210. Like, yes, I know I just talked about money troubles, but that is just desperate shit. And I don't need to be party to it. Like, if you want your car fixed, come get your fucking car fixed. And I'll be perfectly happy to give you all the best service, stand behind my work. If we do something and it's bad, I'm paying for it. I'm giving you your money back. I'm doing all the things to make it right. This is not one of those situations. This is somebody desperate for $210. So no, you don't get your money back. I'll see you at the car show. Saturday afternoon, and the cable car show was a great success. Ran out of business cards, really good engagement with people, and what we did to get that engagement, you will have seen in the last clip, was that sign that said guess the mileage on this car. This car right now has 177,725 miles on it, and it is a 15-year-old BMW performance car known for unreliability. And I wanted to present this car as a testament to well-maintained and cared for cars. This thing is super clean, and just a really solid car, and it has needed very little work over its lifespan. So because of that, I wanted to showcase to people, hey, this thing's cost an average of $700 a year in maintenance for 15 years. And so we did that, got a lot of good engagement. Last minute, we decided to bring merch. And so we brought We Are Driven shirts. Not exactly related, but it was cool nonetheless. And we were able to string it all together as a cohesive brand. We learned things about wind management with signage in a canopy tent like that. We brought tape and taped packing tape shit all over the place. Yeah, that was all good. And then personnel was interesting. So Dylan was there in the morning, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna go home for lunch. And then he fell asleep and woke up 3 hours later. So he never came back. Meaning I was doing teardown by myself and kind of confused and a little frustrated about that. And then my wife came for a bit, but she brought the dog and baby, and it's kind of hard for me. I don't know, I do definitely have a problem with being in work mode and dad mode. They do not mix. So I was doing a lot of like walking around with Rainier, which was cool, but it meant I wasn't manning a booth. I spent $500 to have, and if you listened to the earlier clip, $500 means a lot to us right now. So, you know, we gave out every single business card. Hopefully the Campbell shop can capitalize on some new leads coming in. Meanwhile, this thing went from, you know, super clean show car to now work truck. The trunk is absolutely full. We got the canopy right there. I'm sitting in traffic heading back to Fremont, where I will hopefully sell at least one car this afternoon. So what I got going on this afternoon. Very tired. I've barely eaten anything today. So I appreciate barely eating anything. It means I'm not overeating, which I've done plenty of lately. But yeah, hungry, tired, feeling unsupported and lonely and frustrated. That's how it goes in this business, as you know. But a private jet just flew overhead, passing the airport. So I know I'm getting one. We'll see who earns a spot on it. That's all for now. Sunday morning, and this will be the last clip for this week. In the gym, been here working since 3:45, and closed the books for May, and it was bad. It's very bad. We had 3 shops lose money. Fremont, Campbell, and Castro Valley, and then we had San Ramon make $1,700 and San Jose make $9,900. And I sold the Mazda yesterday, deposited that money in the account, so that the finally fixed 401k contributions withdrawal that occurred yesterday didn't overdraft the account. I already talked about the Campbell car show thing. It's a good event. I mean, I had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but just left frustrated because of how it ended with personnel. I wrote a very long and ranty email to my coach this morning, basically being like, dude, I'm fucking up, clearly, so let's try to stop fucking up. That's it. Shitty video this week. Hope you see what it's like in the day-to-day. That's the point of these. If you like the video, leave a like. If you want to subscribe. If you got any comments, leave a fucking comment. Till next week, I hope you can continue to build your own automotive dreams as I am trying to do, and stay driven, as I will do.